Welcome back, and now we are still with Dr. Mamdouh, and he's going to tell us more stories about the Sakakini Pasha Palace. Sir, what other stories you're going to tell us about the owner and about this place?
This palace is considered a dream of Habib Pasha Sakakini. He wanted to build a palace in Egypt because the Syria and Egypt was under control the Ottoman period in Egypt. So he dreamt to be here in Egypt to build this life such as a palace. He came to Egypt at 16 years with his father, and he wasn't interested not the father's job. His father's job was a knife makers, but he is interested in architecture and engineering. So he catched or joined to the engineering company that was interested or in charge of building or digging the Suez Canal, and he very genius. The when he let or make an idea that he brought and hungry cats from Syria to eat or terminate the rats that were spreading in the Suez Canal. Khalif Ismail there was said to him, "You are a brilliant mind to do that," and he said to him that you are entitled or in charge of building or architecture in an opera or opera Khedivi of opera in 3 months only. And he made 3 shifts for workers and laborers, and he had done his missions and as a quick time. So when he became a rich man, he built this palace to let his dream become true.
Sir, you watched the report, of course, with us about the songs and the films that were
بين القصرين.
Yes, بين القصرين.
Between the palaces.
Yes, was the palace an addition to the movies at the end, the outcome, and the songs, or was the song the addition?
Yes, this film or this movie was filmed in Muaz Street. It's called El Muazzidin Allah. Who entered Egypt. He built 2 palaces, the Eastern and the Western palaces. This old movie written about the English occupation in Egypt. Now, but this palace is now removed and no traces. I would like to tell you something about the palaces in Egypt. How when a new reign or new era came to Egypt, they abolished and removed all the previous palaces that belonged to other rulers. Like Nasr Mohammed al-Qalawun built Al-Ablaq Palace in the citadel of Qal'a citadel, Saladdin, and now it's removed because Muhammad Ali Pasha removes his palaces. And we have the many palaces in Egypt were removed after destruction or earthquakes.
Sir, as a chief inspector for antiquities, what are the main interests now of the ministry for restoring the antiquities? What's the most important one of them that's under restoration now?
You mean a next plan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're interested in Amir Taz Palace, El Paran Palace, and the development of the pyramids area, and the Egyptian, Grand Egyptian Museum that located at Ramaya beside pyramids. It's a huge project and a new project that will make an destination attraction for the foreigners from all over the world. This Grand Egyptian Museum and some palaces. We can see Asri Tia palaces, El Muntazah Palace, 18 palaces in Alexandria. Okay, we can mention many palaces in Egypt needed restoration, and the next plan is a Grand Egyptian Museum.
Sir, you mentioned the pyramids. What restoration about the pyramids that's going to be taking place?
Not restoration. It is a development of project, a new style of development to make a new entrance okay, and they make some development at the roots inside the pyramids to let the visitor be easier to visit pyramids without annoying, without anything. Is a pad for him.
So it's a facilitating
Yes,
of the
facilitation.
means
Yes,
of visiting the
More,
pyramids.
there's more service for more facilities for the
Ah,
visitors. Yes.
okay.
Okay, you've mentioned also the Baron and Palace, and it's under restoration as
It's
well.
over now. It's finished now.
It's finished.
Yes, it's finished now.
And it will be open for tourists, or
No, it will open very soon, okay. And the Purim Palace sometimes it make some attractions for the people because some stories about him. It's scary palace that as the devils.
It's haunted.
Yes, is haunted.
Yeah.
Okay. And now it is restored, and there will be as soon as possible will open again.
Okay, sir, let me ask you, how much did it cost, the restoration process as a whole for the palace?
And it millions. We can say that 100 millions for restoration, because it needs more accurate restoration, technical process.
Restoration of El Sakakini only, or
Paron.
restoration of
Each one, everyone, it needs from the 50 millions to the 100 millions.
from
Egyptian
50
pound.
million Egyptian
Yes,
pounds to,
yes.
to 100 million pounds.
Yes, the budget is for the restoration.
Sir, you saw again, because you didn't answer my question about the movies and the songs that are shot in palaces or in touristic sites in Egypt. It's not only an Egyptian trend, but it's an international trend as well. How do you see this, sir?
I got you. You mean to use the cinema and movies to make a promotion for the monument,
Exactly.
yes, architectural sites in all the world, on all the world. Jordan, Spanish, Spain, American, to use a propaganda of the cinema and filming and camera, photographing, to make a promoting for archaeological sites, because it rests on the mind. Like we can say Antar ibn Shaddad. Antar ibn Shaddad's movie was filmed in Malik, the King Farouk Lake at Dashur. Okay, and we have some shot scenes in white and movies. Saad Hosni and Mahmoud Yassin were filmed and the pyramids. Okay, and we can see some movies that were filmed or shot in Islamic palaces, Beit al-Sahimi, and we have more and more.
We have Egypt is rich, sir, with its monuments and palaces and antiquities. Dr. Mamdouh Farouk, and a Chief Inspector of Antiquities, Ministry of Antiquities. Thank you very much for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you, sir, for joining us in today's episode of Nile Cruise.
Thank you.
And now we're moving to a quick break, and we'll come back, so please stay tuned.